Very good afternoon. See, I'm starting the session. Listen. So in the previous session, we discussed about views. So view is the virtual table. What is view? View is the virtual table. Virtual table means what? It does not contain physical data. It does not occupy the memory. Then what a view contains? Just it holds the select query. When we retrieve data through the view, it retrieves data from the base table. So on particular table, we create the view. The table we are calling as the base table. And in the views, two types are there. To create the view, this is the syntax we have to follow. Create view name as select query. View purpose is it provides security and it reduces the complexity. So it provides column level security as well as row level security. Yesterday we have seen column level security. Now we want to discuss about row level security. How to implement the row level security. So this is example on simple view. Example on simple view. Okay, this is example on implementing row level security. Implementing row level security. So how can we implement the row level security? See here. So I want to create a view now. I want to create one view. Okay, on department number 20 records. On department number 20 records, I want to create the view. So what we write here? Create view, give the view name. I'm giving view name as V3 as write the select command. On all columns we want star from select star from EMP where department number equals to 20. On 20th department records, we are creating the view. Okay. So on this view, we want to, so who is creating this view? Our batch schema, C # batch 2 PM. So batch 2 PM user is creating this view. Okay. So now if we want to retrieve data through the view, how we retrieve? Select star from V3 we write. It displays the records. Okay. So now can we insert the records through this view? Can we insert records through this view? Yes. Because this is the simple view. If the view is created based on one table, there is a simple view. Simple view can be updated. You can insert the records. You can update the records. You can delete the records. You can perform DML operations on simple view. Yesterday we discussed. So for example, I want to insert one record in through this view. So insert into V3. We want to insert employee number, employee name. Okay, employee number, employee name. Okay, department number. Insert into V3. We are giving 3 column names. Okay, after that, give the values. Then give the values list. Okay, so I am giving employee number as 4567, employee name ABC, and I am giving department number as 20. Okay. So now, does it insert this record? Yes, it inserts the record. It gives output as one row created. One row created. Okay, can we update the record? Yes. Can we delete the record? Yes. Okay, so we can update, we can delete. But observe carefully here. So after inserting this record, to retrieve data through the view, we are writing like this. Select star from V3. So what V3 is holding here? V3 is holding this select query. What V3 is holding? V3 is holding this select query. So this select query holded by the V3. So V3 is the view. V3 view is holding select star from EMP where department number equals to 20 it is holding. For our convenience purpose, we are writing star. Implicitly, the star will be replaced with all column names. Okay, so select star from V3 means, is it displays this 4567 record? Yes, 457 record, 4567 record will be displayed. For example, I am inserting one more record here. I am inserting one more record. One more record I am inserting. Okay, 4568 I am giving. 4568, some name I am giving as XYZ. XYZ name I am giving. Okay, and I am inserting 30th department record. Now observe carefully. This view we created on 20th department record. So we are able to insert 20th department record. Okay. And now we are inserting other department record. Can we insert the record? Can we insert the record? Okay. We can insert the record. We can insert the record. So it is inserting the record. So, but when we retrieve data through the view, select star from V3. Does it display this 4567 record? Does it display 4567 68 record? No. Because what this view is holding? Select query. This select query can display only 20 department records. But you inserted 30 department record here. Okay, 30 department record it is accepting. You are able to insert. Okay, but does this view displays this record? No. Because select star from V3 means it is running this select query. This select query retrieves department number 20 records only. So it does not display 4568 record. In the output, it does not display 4568 record. So actually, what is the purpose of our view? Why we are creating this view on department number 20? Okay, we give permission on this view to other users, that other user should not be able to insert or update or see other department records. But here one problem is there. He cannot see other department records, but he is able to insert or update or delete other department records. Observe. Is this problem or not? This is the problem. Once again, I'm repeating, listen. So we want to implement row level security. On department number 20 records, we are creating one view. On this view, we give permission to another user. I didn't give permission. So generally we give permission to another user. To the department number 20 manager, we give the permission. Now department number 20 manager can see only 20 department records. He cannot see other department records. Select star from V3 means it runs this select query. It displays department number 20 records. So he can insert the records. Okay. He can update the records. He can delete the records. Okay. He can perform DML operations because it is simple view. But he's able to insert 20 department record. And in the same way, he is trying to insert 30th department record, another department record. So 20th department manager is able to insert 30th department record. So it creates a problem. He can update other department records also. He can delete other department records also. It creates the problems. Okay. So he is able to insert, but does this view displays that record? No, it will not display. Because when we retrieve data through the view, implicitly it runs select query. This select query can display only 20 department records. Observe, I'm showing it practically, try to understand. Okay, batch 2 p.m. Narrating. I'm setting page size and line size. And I'm clearing the screen. See, try to understand. I am creating the view here. So create view. I'm giving view name as V3 as. Okay, we are creating this V3 view, select star from EMP, where department number equals to 20. On 20th department records, we are creating the view. So now what it is telling, observe here, view created. So this view can display only 20 department records. Observe, select star from V3 means now this V3 can display only 20th department records. 5 records it is displaying. 5 employees are there in 20 departments. Now it cannot display other department records. This is implementing row level security. On this view, we give permission to the department number 20 manager. Now he can work with the department number 20 records. He cannot work with other department records. Okay. So on one table we created, based on one table, we created this view. So it is simple view. On simple view, we can perform the DML operations. You can insert, update, delete. Just I'm showing insert here. Insert into. Okay. So what is the view name? V3. We want to insert employee number, employee name, and department number. 3 values. So values. We are giving values as 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Name I am giving as ABC. And department number I am giving as 20. Okay, so it is inserting the record and I am committing the data. Data is saved. Now I am retrieving data through the view. Now does it display this recently inserted record? Yes, because this is 20th department record. When we retrieve data through the view, it displays 20th department records only. It is displaying recently inserted record also. Because this recently inserted record is 20th department record only. Now observe carefully. I am trying to insert other department record. Means 20th department manager is able to insert other department record. Observe here. Insert into V3, employee number, e-name, comma department number. Values. Okay, now 20th department manager is inserting 30th department employee record. Okay, now does it accept this record? Yes, record is accepted. And committed or not? Yes, committed. Now I am writing like this, select star from B3. Now does it display this record? No. Why? Because when we retrieve data through the view, it runs this select query. So this select query retrieves what? Only department number 20 records. So it cannot display the department number 30 record. So it is not displaying another row. Observe here, recently inserted record is 4568. 4568 it is not displaying. Observe. Because that is 30th department record. But record inserted or not? Yes, inserted in the base table. In the base table you can check. We are inserting data through the view means it will be inserted in the base table. In the base table inserted or not? Yes. Okay. This is 30th department record. So here, this is the biggest problem here. 20th department manager is able to insert other department record. This is the problem. So to avoid this problem, when we are creating this kind of views, we have to use one more class. That class name is with the check option class. If we create the view by using with check option class, it does not allow the records which cannot be displayed by the view later. For example, if we create this V3 view by using with check option, if we are creating the view by using with check option class, okay, we can insert only 20th department records. We cannot insert other department records. So the records which cannot be displayed later by the view. Okay. So here 4568 we are inserting, but the record cannot be displayed by this view, but we are able to insert. So the records which cannot be displayed by the view latter, those cannot be inserted if you use this with check option class. That is the advantage we will get. So when we create a view using with check option class, if we create the view by using with check option class, okay, so it does not accept this view. This view does not accept. This view does not allow the records. This view does not allow the records which cannot be displayed by it latter. Which cannot be displayed by it latter. So it does not allow the records which cannot be displayed by it latter. For example, here we are inserting 30th department record, but that 30th department record cannot be displayed by this view. As of now, it is allowing. If you create the same view by using with check option class, it does not allow this 4568 record, because this is 30th department record that cannot be displayed by the view. The records which cannot be displayed by the view cannot be allowed by that view if we create the view by using with check option. Okay, try to understand. So the same example, the same view, little bit we are modifying. As of now, what we did, we created one view on department number 20 records. But the problem here is we are able to insert other department records also, but these cannot be displayed by the view. We don't want to allow the user, we don't want to allow the records which cannot be displayed by the view latter. It means in the view, we are writing this where condition. This where condition violated records, we don't want to allow. Means if we are trying to insert department number 10, we don't want to allow. If we are trying to insert department number 30, we don't want to allow. If we are trying to insert department number 20, we allow. This where condition satisfied, we want to allow. This where condition is not satisfied, we don't want to allow. So this where condition violated records, we don't want to allow. That is for that purpose we are using with check option class. So where condition violated records. So where condition violated records will not be accepted. Will not be accepted. That's it. If we want to restrict the user from entering where condition violated records, we have to use with the check option class. Now listen carefully. For example, here existing table is there. Employee number, e-name, job, salary, department number. How many columns are there? 5 columns are there. This is the existing table. I want to add one more column. I want to change the structure of table. I want to add one more column. Gender column I want to add. Which command we have to use? Alter command we have to use. So to change the structure of table, alter command we are using. But to change the select query of view, now what is our requirement? We need to change this select query. We want to modify the existing view. This view we want to create by using with check option class. To modify the existing view, we cannot use alter command. Because alter command purpose is what? Changing the physical structure. EMP table is having physical structure, you can change by using alter. View means view is not having physical structure. If it is not having physical structure, how can you change? Just that is having only select query. So you cannot use alter command. We must use create or replace command. Note. To make changes in existing view, okay, we have to use create or replace command. We cannot use alter command on view. We cannot use alter command on view. We cannot use alter command. Alter command we cannot use. Alter command on view. So if you want to make any changes in the existing view, we have to use the command create or replace. We cannot use alter command on view. So our requirement is here V3 existing view is there. We want to change it. So to change it, what we have tried here? Create or replace. What is the view name? V3. So what is the meaning of this one? If view is not created, it creates a new view. If view is already existed, that will be modified with this new select query. That is the meaning of this one. If view is not created, it creates a new view. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Please don't talk. So create or replace view name as we are writing the new select query here. Can we use alter command on the view? No, because view is not having physical structure. If it is having physical structure, we apply the alter command. So if we want to make the changes in the view, we have to use create or replace command. Create or replace V3 as write the new select query. Select star from EMP where department number equals to 20. Okay, which class we are using here? With the check option class we are using. So if V3 view not created, it creates a new view. But here V3 is already existed, so that existed V3 will be replaced. That V3 select query will be replaced with this one. So now, if we try to insert this department number 20 record, it accepts. Observe here, insert into V3, employee number, e-name, department number, values. I'm giving values as. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. A I'm giving. Department number 20 I'm giving. Does it accept this record? Yes, it accepts the record. Okay. Now, I am trying to insert other department record 1, 2, 3, 5 B. Other department record I'm trying to insert 30th department record. Now, does it accept this record? No, it gives error. So, with the check option, where class violated? With the check option. So here, if any record is violating this rule, that record will not be accepted. So here department number is 20. So only department number 20 records it accepts. Here department number is 30. This where condition is violated. So that's why it will not accept. With the check option class, where class violated. So this error it gives. So that's why when we are creating view on limited rows, it's better to use with the check option. This is the purpose of with check option. Observe here. So already existing view is there. Listen carefully. All tables information stored in which table? User tables. All views information will be stored in the user views. I want to see the structure of user views. So describe user views. So observe here. So view names are there. And there is one more column is there. Text column is there. View name, text. Observe. select view name. And there is another column is the text column. This text column holds the select query. Text from user views. Okay, observe here. So yesterday we created V1. This is V1's select query. Today we created V3. Observe carefully. When we created V3, what we used here? Star we used. Select star we used. But here in the text column, what it is storing? Employee number, e-name, job, MGR. With this, you can understand that for our convenience purpose, we are writing star. Implicitly, that star will be replaced with all column names. Okay, where is the proof? This is the proof. When we create the view, we have given star. But in the view table, in the user views table, in the text column, it is storing the select query with all column names. So with this, we can understand that whenever we use star, that star will be replaced with all columns. Okay. So as of now, this is the view we created. It is accepting other department records. Just now we have seen. So it is able to accept other department records here. Okay. So even if this view is not able to display the 30th department record here, but it is accepting the 30th department record, this is a problem. So to solve this problem, we use with the check option class. So to make changes in the existing view, we write create or replace views. So create or replace, okay, view name, view name, create or replace view name. I'm giving view name as V3. As give the new select query. So select star from EMP where department number equals to 20. Which class we have to use? With check option. With check option class we are using. So now view is modified. View is recreated. View existing view replaced with this new select query. Now observe here. Select star from V3 means it displays only 20th department records. Only 20th department records it is displaying. It is not displaying other department records. So this is implementing row level security. So now, okay, we are able to see 20th department records. Okay, and we want to insert other department record. Insert into V3, employee number, employee name, and department number. Values. Okay, I am inserting one employee number 5555. Okay, so next employee name I'm giving as AA. Next department number I'm giving as 30. Now does it accept this record? No. For example, I'm giving 20 here. Does it accept this record? Yes, it is accepting the record. So 20th department record you can insert. But I am trying to insert 30th department record here. Okay, 5556 I am giving. So name I am giving as AB. I am giving department number as 30. Is it accepting this record? No. Previously it was accepting. But because of with check option class, with the check option where class violated it is telling. Okay, with the check option where class violated. In the with check option in the view, there is one where clause. Department number 20 is the condition. So this where condition is violated. If it is accepting, it can accept only department number 20 records. It cannot accept other department records because those records will not be displayed by the view. So our problem is solved. So this is about with check option, and this is about implementing row level security, and this is about simple view. Simple view is over. In the views, how many types of views are there? 2 types. What are those? One is simple view, another one is complex view. Simple view means what? If view is created based on one table, can we perform DML operations on simple view? Yes, that's why we are calling this as the updatable view. Second type is what? Complex view. Second type is complex view. This complex view can be also called as read-only view. Okay. So if view is created based on multiple tables, if the view is created based on multiple tables, to retrieve data from multiple tables, which concept we have to use? Which concept we have to use? Giant's concept. To retrieve data from multiple tables, we have to use Giant's concept. So if the view is created based on Giants or okay, subqueries. Sometimes we may create the view by using subqueries, or sometimes we may create the view by using set operators, or we may create the view by using aggregate functions. Aggregate functions. Or we may create the view by using group by, or we may create the view by using having. Okay. So like this. See, if the view is created based on Giant's concept, or subqueries concept, or set operators, or aggregate functions, or group by, or having, or expressions, then it is called complex view. Or expressions, then it is called complex view. So it can be also called as read-only view. It can be also called as read-only view. It can be also called as read-only view. Okay. So can we perform DML operations? No. That's why we are calling this as read-only. We cannot perform DML operations through this view. We cannot perform DML operations. DML operations means insert, update, delete. We cannot perform DML operations through this view. So that's why we are calling this as the read-only view. For example, so examples on complex view. Our requirement is we want to retrieve data from, frequently we want to retrieve data from employee table and department table. So how to retrieve data from employee table and department table, you already know. Employee details like e.ename, Jan query, inner Jan, e.ename employee details, comma, e.salary, employee details, d.dname, d.location, department details. From which tables we are retrieving? EMPE, department D. Okay, where Jan condition is, common column is what? Department number, e.department number equals to d.department number. So frequently we need to retrieve data from two tables. So frequently we are writing this Jan query. So every time writing this Jan query means it is becoming complex. So we need to write this column list. Okay, and these two table names, Jan conditions. Okay, tomorrow we are retrieving data from two tables. Tomorrow we may want to retrieve the data from 5 tables. At that time, every time we need to write 5 table names, 4 Jan conditions. Okay, it becomes complex. So to reduce the complexity, just we want to create one view. What we write here, create view name as, create view name as, write this select query. So next time onwards, to display the employee details along with department details, what we are writing here, select star from V4. Now writing this lengthy select query is easy, or writing this select star from V4 is easy. The second one is easy. So it reduces the complexity of writing queries. It reduces complexity of writing queries. It simplifies the queries. So Like this, we can create this view created based on the Jan's concept. Based on the Jan's concept. So can we perform DML operations? No, because in how many tables it has to insert? In 2 tables. But in the select query, we may not take all columns. Okay, so it is unable to insert it by writing one insert query here. We cannot insert in multiple tables. So that's why complex view cannot be updated. We cannot insert, we cannot delete, we cannot update. Our complex view means not only Jan's concept will be there. Sometimes we may create by using group by. For example, we are creating one view for calculating department-wise sum of salaries. What we write here? Select department number, sum of salary. Okay, I'm giving alias name as sum of salary. Okay, from EMP group by department number. So if department number is same, that groups the records, it calculates department-wise sum of salaries. Okay, so now in this, on this select query, we want to create the view. So what we write here? Create view, view name as, write this select query. So now here we are using group by. So it is the summarized table here. So here we are getting department-wise sum of salaries. So 10th department group sum of salary, 20th department group sum of salary. Okay, then how can you insert the record in this? How can you update and how can you delete? Okay, so that's why on complex view, we cannot perform DML operations. Okay, so for example, I am creating one view based on the set operators. So I'm writing like this. Select my frequent operation is I want to retrieve data from customer 1 table and customer 2 table. So select CADC name from customer 1 table, union, select customer ID, customer name from customer 2 table. So these are the branch 1 customer details. These are the branch 2 customer details. So both unique records we want. So frequently we want to work with this data. So what we are doing here, we are creating one view. Create a view name. I'm giving view name as V6. As so on this union, it creates the the view. So here we are using set operator. Here we are using group by, and here we are using Jan's concept. So like this, if we create the view based on Jan's or group by or having or set operators or subqueries or expressions or aggregate functions, all those are comes under complex view because these are complex operations, complex group by operation, okay, complex Jan operation, all these are the complex operations. So that's why we are calling them as the complex view. So this is about complex view. Observe here, we are creating one complex view. Create view. I'm giving view name as V4 as Jan query I'm writing. Select E name, comma E salary, comma D name, comma D location. From which tables we are retrieving? From EMP table E, department table D, where E department number equals to D department number. This is a Jan query. So view is created from next time onwards to retrieve data from these 2 tables. Okay, we have no need to write Jan query every time. They simply write select star from V4. It is retrieving data from 2 tables. Observe. So whenever our requirement is displaying employee details along with the department details, write select star from V4. It is retrieving data from 2 tables. So it is reducing the complexity. We are not writing complex Jan query here, but implicitly it is performing complex Jan operation So that's why we are calling this as the complex view. Now we are creating one more view. Create view. View name I'm giving as V5. So V5 as department wise sum of salary I want to calculate. So what we write here? Select department number, comma, sum of salary from EMP group by department number. And I want to get that result in the order. Okay, I'm sorry. We need to give the alias name here. We need to give the alias name. I'm giving alias name as sum of salary. I'm giving alias name as sum of salary. Okay, from EMP group by department number, order by department number. So view is created. So next time, whenever our requirement is calculating department wise sum of salary, we have no need to write that complex group by query. Just simply we can write select star from V5. It is displaying department wise sum of salary. So this is about complex view. Next. Sometimes interviewers may ask like this. Now I want to cover some important interview questions. Listen. Now you know very clearly about the view. View is a virtual table that holds select query. There are two types of views are there. One is simple view, another one is complex view. Interviewer may ask like this. What are the differences between simple view and complex view? So simple view points I'm writing at left side, and complex view points I'm writing at right side. So you already know, just I'm writing all points at one place. Okay, simple view means is it created based on one table or multiple tables? It is created based on one table. It is created based on one table. Okay, whereas this complex view, it is created based on giants, multiple tables. Based on multiple tables means giants. Okay, or subqueries concept, or set operators, okay, or group by, or having, or aggregate functions, okay, or expressions. So if the view is created based on Jan's concept, means multiple tables, or subqueries, or set operators, or group by, or having, or aggregate functions, or expressions. In all these 7 cases, we can say that as the complex view. If the view is created based on one table, we call that as the simple view. Okay. So this simple view can be also called as, updatable view. Okay, can we perform DML operations on simple view? Yes, that's why we are calling updatable view. Okay, we can perform. So we can perform DML operations. We can perform DML operations through simple view. So that's why we are calling this as the updatable view. Whereas this complex view can be also called as, this is the read-only view, because just we can read the data. We cannot write the data here. So can we perform DML operations? No, we cannot perform DML operations through complex view. DML operations through complex view. Okay. So we cannot perform DML operations through complex view. And next, simple view performs simple operations. Okay. So simple view performs simple operations. It performs simple operations. So simple operations we perform here. But whereas complex view, it performs complex operations. It performs complex operations like complex group by, complex join operations. Okay, complex on group of records having, it is applying. Okay, complex join operations, etc. So it performs a complex operations, complex group by, complex having, complex joins. So complex operations will be performed by the complex view. Simple operations, just like same data retrieval. Data retrieval is a simple operation. So it performs simple operation. Simple view performs simple operation. Complex view performs complex operations. So these are the differences. On simple view, we can perform DML operations. So it is called updatable view. On complex view, we cannot perform DML operations. So it is read-only view. Simple view performs simple operations. Complex view performs complex operations like complex joins, complex group by, etc. Next. See. Sometimes interviewer may ask like this. Listen. Can we create a view without table? Okay. Can we create a table without a table? Okay. This is a question. So when we are asking like this, okay. So generally we cannot create, but whenever you are giving this answer, okay, you can give answer like this. So can we create the view without table, without base table? Okay, without table, we cannot create the view. So you can say answer as no, but there is a concept is there, force view concept is there. There is a concept is there, force view concept is there. Okay, so in force view, we can create a view. We can create a view with some errors forcibly. We can create a view forcibly. We can create a view forcibly with some errors. With some errors. Okay, so we can create a view forcibly with some errors. This view is called force view. We can create a view forcibly with some errors. Okay, this view is called force view. So this view is called force view. For example, there is a case. Okay, so we can create force view. We can create force view without table. But does this view will work? This view will not work. We can create force view without table. So this view will be created with some errors. This view will be created with some errors. Why it is creating with some errors? Because their table is not there, but you are creating the view. So that's why this view will be created with some errors. Okay, this view will not work until we create the base table. This view will not work until we create the base table. So why I am giving answer as no? Can we create a view without table? I am giving answer as no because this view will not work. Forcibly you can create, but this view will not work. Okay, so that's why I'm telling that. Can we create a view without the table? No. But there is a concept is there, force view concept is there. We can create a view forcibly with some errors. This view we are calling as the force view. Means table is not existed, but we are creating the force view, it creates. We can create the view, we can create the force view without the table also. But this view will be created with some errors. This view will not work until we create the base table. For example, observe here. There is select star from Naresh IT. I'm writing. Select star from Naresh IT. Is there any Naresh IT table or view? No. Okay. So now I am trying to create a view like this. Create view. View name I'm giving as V7. So V7 as select star from Naresh IT. I'm writing. Now does it create this view? Does it create this view? No. Is there any Naresh IT table? No. Naresh IT table is not there. Naresh IT table is not there. How can you create the view? You cannot view the table. Okay, what it is telling? Table or view does not exist. We cannot create the view without this base table, without Naresh IT table. How can you create the view? You cannot create the view. But there is a concept is there, force view concept is there. We are not creating view, we are creating force view. Okay, create force view. I'm giving force view name as V7 as, is there any Naresh IT table? No, but on Naresh IT table, we are creating a view forcibly. This is called force view. So when we have to use this one, okay, for example, after creating the view, if we want to create the base table, first we want to create a view, after that we want to create the base table. This is our requirement. In such type of situations, we cannot create the view, we have to use force view. So first we are creating view, later we are creating the base table. First we want to create the view, later we want to create the base table. At that time use the concept force view concept. So now is it create this view? It creates a view with some errors. It creates a view with some errors. So what it is displaying, observe here. View created, it is telling. View created or not? Yes. View created, but with some errors, with compilation errors. View created with some errors. Why errors? Naresh IT table is not there. So can we use this view now? No, we cannot use this view. If you write select star from V7, so Naresh IT base table is not there. How can it retrieve the data? So it is telling that view batch 2 pm dot V7 has some errors. It is telling. It is not telling that view does not exist. Telling that this view V7 has some errors. What is that error? Naresh IT base table is not there. Now create Naresh IT base table. Okay. So this is the way of creating the force view. So it creates force view now. So V7 as select query we are writing. So if we write like this, it gives output as view created with compilation errors. With compilation errors. So now if you retrieve data like select star from V7, it gives error as view has some errors. So view has V7 view has view V7 has view V7 has some errors. It is giving. So now we are creating the base table Naresh IT. So create table. We are giving the base table Naresh IT here, and I am giving one field here F1 number type. Size I am giving as 4. Okay, bracket close, semicolon. I want to insert some records here. Insert into Naresh IT values 1. One value I'm giving. So like this, I'm inserting some records here. Okay, so 2, 3. These records we are inserting. After that, we are committing the data. Now, open the data through the view. Now, base table is ready. Naresh IT base table is ready. Now, open the data through the view. Select start from V7. V7, it displays F1 column and it's data. So now this view is working or not? Observe. After creating the base table, this force view is working. This is the concept of force view. So observe here. Just now we created the force view, V7. What it is telling? View created with compilation errors. So select star from V7 means what it is telling? View has some errors. Now, as of now, view is not working. We are creating the base table, Naresh IT table. So Naresh IT base table we are creating and we are inserting 3 records and we are committing the data. Okay. So now base table is ready. You can check here. Select star from Naresh IT base table is ready. From base table is ready now. Now we are retrieving data through the view V7. Is it displaying the data? Observe here. Yes. So now that force view is working. So when we want to create the view first, base table next, use this force view. Very rarely we use it, but as of SQL developer, we should know about force view. If anyone is asking, can we create a view without a table means no. But there is one concept is there, force view concept is there. Here without base table also, we can create the view forcibly, but this view will not work until we create the base table. Is this point clear? Next. See here. After creating view, next, one more question. Can we create a view on another view? Can we create a view on another view? Okay, can we create like this? The answer is yes, we can create. So from another view, yes, we can create. Okay, for example, there is EMP table is there. EMP table is having 8 columns, employee number, e-name, job, salary, department number, manager ID, commission, and hire date. Total 8 columns are there in the EMP table. Okay, I am creating one view here, V1. So this V1 we are creating on employee number, e-name, job, hire date columns. Now what I am doing is on this V1, I am creating another view V2. Otherwise, I'm giving names as V8 and V9. So this V9, we want to create from this V8. Okay, we want these columns only, employee number, e-name, and job. So EMP table is having 8 columns. On 4 columns, we are creating V8. And from this V8 view, we are selecting only 3 columns. This V9 we are creating based on V8. So to create the V8, what we write here? Create view V8. How many columns we want? 4 columns. Okay, as what are those 4 columns? Select employee number, e-name, job, hire date. From which table? EMP table. So what it tells now? View created it tells. Now we are creating another view. We are creating another view V9 as select employee number, comma e-name, comma job. Okay, from V8, job from V8. That's it. So now does it create the view? Yes. Okay, can we create a view based on another view? Yes. So observe here. Now we are creating V8 here. This V8 we are creating. This V8 we are creating on EMP table, and we are creating V9 by using V8. We created. So select star from V8 means it is retrieving 4 columns: employee number, e-name, job, hire date. So select star from V9 means it is displaying 3 columns: employee number, e-name, job. This V9 created based on V8. So what happens here? Observe. This V8 is holding this select query. So V8 is holding this select query. So what happens here? When we write select star from V8, that runs this select query. So it goes to EMP table, picks the data. But whereas if we retrieve data, when we write select star from V1, V9, okay, select star from V9 means this V9 is holding this select query. View select star from V9. Select star from V9 means what happens here? It runs this V9's select query. So it retrieves data based on V8. In the V8 again select query is there. It goes to EMP base table and picks the data. In this way it executes. So select star from V9 means it retrieves the select query in the V9. So we are retrieving data based on V8. So it goes to V8. So V8 select query will run and it goes to EMP and it retrieves the data. So required columns it will display. So can we create a view based on another view? Yes. Okay. So now listen carefully. After say, sometimes interviewer may ask like this. After creating view, if we add a column to base table, after creating a view, if we add a column to base table, okay, does it reflect to view? Like this they may ask. Okay, what is the answer? The answer is no. Because in the select query, you are specifying the column names or not. Yes. So new column name you don't know. You are not specifying the new column in the view. So view always runs select query. In the select query, new column name is not there. How can it retrieve the data, new column data? So after creating the view, if we add a column to base table, does it reflect to the view? No. For example, here, this EMP table is having 8 columns. EMP table is having 8 columns. EMP table is having 8 columns here. You are creating view like this. So create view V10 as select employee number, e-name, job from EMP you are writing. So on this EMP table, you are creating V10 on how many columns? 3 columns. Now what V10 is holding? V10 is holding this select query. So this select query holded by the V10. So V10 is holding this select query. So after this, we are adding one column. After this, we are adding one column to the EMP table base table. Alter table to add the column to the EMP table. What we write? Alter table, table name EMP. To add the column, what we write? Add. Gender column we want to add. So gender char data type we are taking. So default size is 1. So now column will be added. But when we retrieve data through the view, select star from V10, what it runs? The select query in the V10 it runs. So here, is there any gender column? No. So does it display gender data? No. So after creating the view, if we add a column to the base table, does it reflect to the view? No. Even if you are writing star here, I already told, for our convenience purpose only, we are writing star. That star will be replaced with employee number, e-name, job, salary, all column names. All column names means there this gender column is not there. After creating this view, you are adding this gender column. So in this list, gender column is not available. How can it display? Okay. Whereas sometimes they may ask like this. After creating view, if we add records to base table, okay, does it reflect to view? Does it reflect to view? Yes. Okay, this will be reflected because select query can select the rows. Okay, so it can reflect. Yes. So for example, here on EMP table, we are creating this view V10. After creating this view, we are inserting one record here, 1001. So when we retrieve data through this view, it runs this select query. So does it display this 1001 record or not? Yes. Okay. So after creating view, if we add the record, does it reflect to the view? Yes. It will be reflected. Okay. So when we drop the table, does it drop the rows and columns? When we drop the table, table means table contains rows and columns. When we drop the table, does it drop rows and columns? Yes. If table is dropped means rows and columns will be dropped. Okay. When we view is created based on table only. Okay. If we drop the base table, okay, does it drop the view? Okay, if we drop the base table, does it drop the view? View is created based on table only. So if we drop the base table, does it drop the view? The answer is no. Okay, but this view will not work. View will be existed. Okay, because of base table dropped, because of base table dropped, view will not work. Okay, because of base table dropped, view will not work. So this view will not work. Okay, so because of base table dropped, okay, that view will not work. View will not work. If we drop the base table, does it drop the view? No, but that view will not work. Why this view will not work? Okay, because base table is not there. You are retrieving data through the view means it runs select query. Base table is not there. How it will work? It will not work. So till which time it will not work? It will not work till we create base table again. Okay, till we create base table again. Observe carefully here. For example, how to see the views information? You already know. User views is having views information. What we write? Select view name, comma text from. I'm setting line size as 2000. Okay. So select view name, comma text. This text is holding the select query. Based on which select query that view is created, that will be holded in the text. Okay, from which table? User views. Observe here. So it is displaying the view names and its corresponding select queries. This V1 is created based on this select query. Okay, this V3 created based on this select query. So we used star there. It is giving all columns. Observe. Today we created it on department number 20. Okay, next V4 also we created. Okay, this is complex view. Complex view today we created. Okay. Okay. So now see here. Listen. So here so many views are created based on EMP. Observe this first view. First view created based on EMP or not? Yes. This V1 is created based on EMP. Now what I am doing is I am dropping. So as of now, select star from V1 I am writing. Now V1 is retrieving the data or not? Yes. From 3 columns it is retrieving the data. What is the base table here? EMP. EMP table I am dropping now. Drop table EMP. Okay. Now EMP table is dropped. I am seeing the list of views. Now V1 dropped or not? No. V1 is, sorry. V1 is dropped or not? No. V1 is not dropped. We dropped the base table. When we drop the base table, is it dropping the view? No. This V1 created based on EMP only. So if we drop the base table, does it drop the view? No. But this view will not work. Is this view working? Observe here. Select star from V1 means it is running select query. What it is telling? View has errors. So what is that error? Base table is not there. So when it will work, again if you create the base table, it will work. So by using, now the dropped table is in the recycle bin. From the recycle bin, I want to restore. Which command we have to use? Flashback. So flashback table name. What's the table name? EMP to before drop. To before drop we are writing. So EMP table again restored. So now view is working or not? Again view is working. Is this point clear? If we drop the base table, does it drop the view? No, but that view will not work. Till where? Till we create the base table again. Okay. So these are the important interview questions on view. So very clearly we discussed about views. Finally, the conclusion is, if anyone is asking what is view means, the first term you have to use is virtual table. Okay. Then immediately he may ask what is virtual table. Virtual table means it does not contain any physical data. It does not contain any physical data and does not occupy the, okay, does not occupy memory. Does not occupy memory. So no physical data will be there and it does not occupy the memory. So that's why we are calling this as the virtual table. Then what a view holds? View holds select query. View holds select query. So how many types of views are there? 2 types of views are there. What are those? Simple view, complex view. One is simple view, another one is complex view. Okay, can we perform DML operations on simple view? Yes. Can we perform DML operations on complex view? No. So that's why this complex view we are calling as read-only view. Okay, and this simple view we are calling as the updatable view. That's it. If you know these points, it is enough. So this is about views. Views topic is over. So I'm stopping the session here. In the next session, we discuss another database object, another important database object, index. Tomorrow we discuss about indexes. Okay, thank you everyone. See you tomorrow.